Absolutely. Both the parts. CA is a
Okay,
part of that authority itself. Absolutely.
correct. Okay. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
These are the different activity areas in scope 1, 2, and 3. Can you see that very clearly? Scope 1 has stationary, mobile, and fugitive. The scope 2 has purchase electricity and purchase heat, steam, and cooling. In India, it's less relevant. Scope 3, whatever is less relevant in the businesses in India is in purple color. Yeah, it doesn't mean that in your industry might not be. In your industry, it will be. So you have to go with the industry norms. But generally, it is not relevant in a normal service or manufacturing company. Scope 3, you can see it starts with purchase good and service, then capital goods, the machinery you buy, fuel and energy related activities which you are conducting. Again, it's not very relevant if you are not producing those. Upstream transportation and distribution. So here we were talking about bringing material from the mines to your place. Waste generated in operations, so LCA comes in place. Today somebody was debating about it. Business travel, if your employees are taking airline, ship, etc. So with that, business travel covers. Employee commute, upstream lease asset, downstream transportation distribution, processing of sold product. You remember the story of which story we have sought, which case study we have done here? Anyone?
The McDonald's one.
McDonald's or KFC, the patties is a processing of sold product. And then the sold product happens to be burger. Then you have use of sold product. So how people are using that burger cover, how they are using that wrapper, where they are throwing, what they are doing with that, or straws need to be seen. End of life treatment, sold product. Here we took a case study of smart meters, right? That if it is a part of build, operate, own, and maintain and transfer, then how to account for the smart meter when this has been given back to the government to dispose of, and how they are disposing, how I should account for it, need to be seen. Downstream, anybody did that research? It was a homework as well. Few of you said that I will go and check and come back. Rahul, did you check that? Is Rahul?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
So the employee commute, the employee commute is only through the company transport, right? If they have their own vehicle, that doesn't come under scope 3. Right?
Absolutely, you are wrong.
Oh.
Mobile combustion is that one, where company owned transport. Wherever you talk about,
no, if the people have their own,
if they have their own vehicle, of course, if you are driving to your office, that emission need to be included in employee commute. Thank you for saying that. Yes, that's
no. I just want to. So if I'm coming to work on my own vehicle,
right,
that doesn't count as scope 3, right?
It is a part of scope 3. Yes.
Oh, it is, even if it's my own vehicle.
Yes, absolutely. Any vehicle, even though you are using a transportation of say metro, you must be using in Pune, right? Metro is there in Pune now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you have to charge that. You have to charge how much metro is emitting on your behalf, your ticket behalf. Yeah.
Okay.
These are the standard terminology. Anyway, we are doing right now exercise. So you will see all these numbers getting reflected again there. Okay. So have a quick look on all of these parameters. These are the ESG matrices, which we are calculating right now. Okay. So immediately we'll go to case study, because we are learning by practice, not by recorded video. Okay. So that's a change. So little bit, be ready with your laptop, mobile, so you can answer the questions, as well as you can suggest me which item will be fit where and how to calculate it. So we will be calculating together. Be ready with either your laptop or Excel sheet if you want to do it simultaneously. Anyway, end of the session, if you will be there throughout the session, we will also give you this template for your uses. I think, Ravi, you asked about it, right? Don't worry, we will provide you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Purchase renewable energy. So what is the measurement? It is happening in kilowatt hour. Purchase of grid electricity, high tension wire if you are connecting with, or 3-phase connection you have. Again, that will be a separate reporting structure. Then it is in kilowatt hour. You have purchased grid electricity, low tension wire you are getting from, again, kilowatt hour. Purchase renewable. So you can see there are several line items which you can find in your carbon accounting. So don't get bogged down with such kind of line items, including sulfur hexafluoride, where you will find it. So you will find it in refrigerant, and it is a part of Kyoto Protocol product. And this will be measured in kgs. PFC 9118. Where will you find that? Again, it is a part of refrigerant. You were asking, right, Kailash? Here is your answer, where you will find which kind of gases. And each of this is referred in DEFRA, EPA, etc. that what kind of emission factor you should be using here to multiply with the activity data, which is in kilograms. Are you with me? Like energy, you will have kilowatt hour. Such kind of produce will have in kg. And liter is for diesel, etc. Right? So that's the units. For example, if you are using gas and diesel oil road transport, and this is a 55 parameters in our, the template which we use for our 8 days boot camp, there are 55 parameters which we calculate together. So in that case, if you will see, the value is 40 liters, 2000 liters, and then where from it is coming, means you need to do little more exercise than what we are doing right now. Are you with me? Right now, I am providing you the data set, correct? Ideally, you in the field, you have to calculate that data set. You cannot just, somebody will provide you. You need to ask them, send them an Excel sheet like this, and they will fill and send it to you. Have you understood that very clearly? That nobody will give you data immediately, like we have in our Excel sheet right now on which we are working. Just to keep it simple, we have done that. But ideally, you need to prepare such kind of Excel sheet or a dashboard and send it to them. I promised you to show you the dashboard. This is the dashboard. And this way, you can do a emission hotspot analysis in your company. So if you remember, we had 5-step model, right? ESGPro 5-step model to carry out GHG inventory. This one. First, define the boundary, organizational, operational. Operational is scope 1, 2, 3, correct? Organizational is equity method, financial control method. Of course, those details we will discuss in 8 days boot camp. Then is setting the reporting framework. Whether you are using GHG protocol, you are using ISO 14064, you are using Carbon Trust, you are using PCAF. There are several now, but the most trusted one are, and depend upon the industry again, PCAF, ISO 14064, and everybody generally uses GHG protocol. Clear? So that was the step 2. Step 3, you have to identify and collect data. And this is how you collect data, right? Each line item in its own units, you need to collect data from the site and then use the emission factor from different sources and calculate emissions. So step number 4, you have to calculate emission by getting those data from right sources, not every sources, from right sources, and then multiplying it with your activity data. Emission data you have to get from the right sources because there are several sources, right? We have talked about. And then you need to multiply it with the data which you have identified and collected on site. And major mistake happens in 3 and 4. Okay, remember that. And then, of course, 5th one is additional proofreading work, where you do evaluation of your data, you verify those data by triangulation and make sure that your team or your own self is not making any mistake. And that is the trick of the trade, which you will be learning in a larger session, which we will be conducting. Now, today, our task will be, okay, let's go ahead and answer this. Can you scan this? Or you can you can open a browser and write slido.com and fit it in this particular code, 4141177. Once you are ready, put Y in the chat box so we can start Twitch. Everyone log in. Can you log in? First of all, is it working? Let me see that first. Yesterday it was not working. Correct? Yesterday we could not use slido.com, correct? Anshika, Kailash, Ravi, anybody who is speaking, who can unmute.
Nobody.
Sir, I'm outside. I won't be able to attend the
Okay.
quiz. I'm just listening.
Okay, fair.
Sir, it's working.
Yes, it's working, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Sir, I'm not able to join the quiz.
Who is this? Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Sir Saloni.
Okay. Try it. In that case, you have a mobile. If you have a mobile, just scan the QR code.
Okay,
Code
sir.
is anyway my team member is sending you. You can just go to slido.com, fill in this particular code, which is sent by Sandeep Rai in the chat box. Pata Joshi, you are not able to hear me. Was I not loud enough?
You were loud, sir.
Yeah? Okay, good. Thanks. So, Pata Joshi, you need to look into your laptop or your mobile device because I believe everybody was able to.
Viveck ji, it's not working with me. I don't know why, but still it's not working.
Which browser you are using? Because that
I'm using Chrome.
Chrome, then it should work. That just don't put any gaps or space
Yeah, it's without gaps.
and
4141.
without hash and without hash.
Without hash is already there.
Yeah, absolutely. Hash should be there. Then it should work. Anyway, if it doesn't work, you can use the chat box and answer. Not mandatory. You should log in.
Okay.
There will be 5 questions, and then there will be 5 questions which I have put on the plain side, so it will be easier to recall. Everyone, once you are in, just put Y in chat box quick, so we can start. Okay, Saloni is in. Good. Kailas, are you in?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 2 people, 3 people. Okay. 4. Yeah, Neha is started answering. Very good, Neha. Thank you. Good, good. So there are some people who are efficient and effective. Rajiv ji is in. Good, very good. Everyone, try. It's very simple. Or just scan by your mobile. If you have your mobile, just scan it and you will be able to log in right away. Perfect. Perfect. So we are waiting for a lot many people. Gaurav, are you able to log in? Dr. Sandeep, are you able to log in?
No, for me it's showing error. This says
Still,
no
oh my
code
God.
exists, something like that.
Oh, possible. Nevertheless, you will see the question and you can answer in the chat box if you are unable to log in. No worries. Himanshu, are you able to? Mihir, Dr. Mihir, how are you? And are you able to? PK Pata Joshi, are you able to log in? Pallav.
Trying, sir. Trying to get connected.
Okay, fair. Pallav, are you able to? Okay, Vedangi is able to do it. Perfect. Rajiv, Saloni, Shashank, Shreyas, Simran, Sugata, are you able to log in? Utkarsh. Ravi is able to log in. Good, Ravi. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Yashwant, Vishwas. Okay. Perfect. So whoever is not able to log in, you can always answer in chat box. Otherwise, there is no point in the don't be a passive learner, be an active learner. Whatever time you are spending with me on weekends, let me first congratulate and thank you that your dedication towards sustainability is extremely high. Just imagine a scenario, 100 people have confirmed, only 30 people turned up. So your commitment, I really respect that. Thank you. But be active. So whatever time you spend, even 2 minutes, this is worthwhile for you. Okay, so let's start with question number 1. Somebody has already answered. What is the most common greenhouse gases? What is the most common greenhouse gas in atmosphere? Everyone, go ahead, quick answer. Okay, somebody started sending in chat box. 2 people. I can receive Gaurav. I have received Rahul. Perfect, Rahul. Anshika, Ajinkya. Very good. One Neha already has answered. Good, Neha. Shane Gupta is correct. Ditto. Avinav, you are right. Absolutely correct, Avinav. Absolutely correct. Everyone, whoever was able to answer, carbon dioxide is the correct answer. Most of you have got this correct. Let's go to next question. Quick. Which sector contributes the most to greenhouse gas emission globally? Which sector you think is producing largest amount of greenhouse gas? Okay, and I believe you understand difference between pollution and carbon dioxide, greenhouse gas emission, right? Okay, people have started answering in chat box as well. So I have received answer from Dr. Mihir, Utkarsh, correct, Ajinkya, absolutely correct, Gaurav, Rajiv, Rahul, Sen Gupta, Neha, perfect. No, oh, no, oh. Okay, a few people have answered it wrongly. You need to check your answers. Let me show what is the correct answer. So most of you have given correct answer, which is energy sector. Energy sector is the most polluting, at least in India and even in world. Okay. Because it's still shifting from coal, gas has happened. And that's why this is the most polluting sector as on date. Correct, Abhinav. Absolutely. Clear? Next segment. Don't go with, contribution of carbon dioxide emission. That is carbon dioxide equivalent emission, okay? Which we are targeting and saying that so much. We are talking about only in the greenhouse gases, which one was the largest amount. I know what you were referring to, but okay. So somebody has started answering for the third question. When was the first international agreement on greenhouse gas emissions signed? So there was an agreement which was signed on the greenhouse gas emission. When was the first time? Okay. Some people have given answer in chat box as well. What about others? Rahul, Rajiv, others, quick. Bhinav, okay. With a question mark, Abhinav is sending. Nice. Okay. Only 3 people. Okay. Gaurav, fair. Sen Gupta, fair. Okay. Okay, so 5 seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. See, the answer is really scattered. Yeah, because it's a little confusing subject in itself. When was the first time any international agreement was signed by most of the countries? And that's why the confusion is. Is it 1987? Most of you have tried to answer that. A few of you have thought it is 2000 when WRI and WECD, GHG protocol you are referring, I believe. Yeah. But actually on greenhouse gas emission has signed much before that. Why? Because Kyoto Protocol, when it happened in Kyoto, was 1995, came into force in 1997, and 2005 it was totally implemented, right? Of course, later on nobody agreed and started considering carbon trading, which was first announced in Kyoto Protocol. That's a different discussion. But point here is 1992 was the year when first international agreement was signed. Okay, next one. Who developed most widely used greenhouse gas accounting protocol? The correct name is Greenhouse Gas Accounting Protocol. We just say GHG protocol, but actual full name is Greenhouse Gas Accounting Protocol. Okay, absolutely. Abhinav is correct. But there is a UN body as well. Okay, so somebody is saying Rahul has said something different. Okay. Next, quick. Chika is saying perfect. Rajiv, okay. Good. So 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. We'll go to the answer. Most of you have given the correct answer. It's a WRI and WECD. These are the two bodies. World Resources Institute is the body which has developed the GHG protocol, and they are the behind this most widely used protocol. Okay. Why are greenhouse gas emission measured in carbon dioxide equivalent? Why they measured in that particular equivalence? Now, whoever has attended our yesterday session, they know it. But still, everyone, give a try. Why people convert all the gases in terms of carbon dioxide equivalent? What is the reason you think is there? Okay. Sen Gupta says an answer. Okay. So he has already given. Pradeep, you were able to join, right? There is a Pradeep here in the session. Okay, Pradeep, PK Pattajoshi is Pradeep. Okay, good. Okay, Gaurav also have given answers. Rest of you? 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, let's see. Most of you have given the correct answer, last one, right? It says to account varying global warming potential of different gases, you convert them into carbon dioxide equivalent. It becomes easy to measure and report. Okay, so Anjali, Gokul, Praveen, you did well. Animesh, Chen also did well. Okay, let's understand one small case study. I will not go in detail. We will share this case study later with you guys. That is the case study of Unilever. So Unilever has recently in 2023, when they reported, they have also reported about change of their baseline. So their baseline, generally, whenever you will start a project or you want to do some changes in your existing reporting cycle, you change your baseline. So you do baselining first by calculating your carbon emission inventory or GHG inventory. So here in this Unilever case, they have highlighted a particular space that measuring GHG emission is very critical for them. And it, of course, it's challenging. Don't take it lightly. That's why when we see a few smart people who are taking, a recorded session, they think that they know everything. Unfortunately, it is a challenging aspect when a company like Unilever is saying, this is a challenging. Don't take it very lightly. It's very difficult subject. It requires really, and you will learn with practice. Nobody is born to do GHG accounting, right? Not even financial accounting we are born with. Mathematics, of course, we can say my father, mother's. If my chartered accountant is father, I can say accounting. But carbon accounting, definitely previous generation was not doing it. So it is only our generation which is doing. So you will learn with experience. There is no doubt about it. But it doesn't mean that it's very easy. It requires a lot of effort. At least the nuances you need to understand. And that's what Unilever is talking about, that it is a challenging aspect for them as well. And they rely on many estimates to calculate it. So there is no exactly right and exactly wrong answer. And that's the advantage. Young people are able to practice it and get a job of 12 lakh, 24 lakhs very easily, right? If you just become carbon accountant in a large company, you will print money. Trust me, yeah. Because this is a core part of ESG reporting. So eventually you are doing ESG reporting, but you start with the carbon accounting. And once you establish this baselining and do it every year, it's a regular exercise which you need to perform. The major challenge even Unilever has identified was scope 3 emissions. Okay. So read the next line, you will understand. They have very clearly highlighted that scope 3 emission is the largest for them, which they measure. And they have implemented in 2023 some improvements. That's why they are talking about baseline. Means what? They have changed their baseline recently by bringing new practices in play. What I'm trying to explain you here, even though you are just started learning it and you have experience as well, that you can change your baseline. Baseline is not established forever. It can change the moment you change any process of measuring it. For example, here they have said that their revised measurement applies to latest guidance of IPCC AR6. You remember yesterday we were talking about emission factors? Reference book. Kailas, आप पूछ रहे थे, you were asking. This is Unilever कौन सा use कर रहा है?
IPCC, yes.
Because they have a multinational company. So they cannot only stick with DEFRA or EPA, but they want to adopt a system which can be applied across countries. Okay, so they have started using in 2023 reporting IPCC AR6, and that's why they restated their data. That's why I brought as a case study. So don't get overwhelmed by seeing such kind of statements. Very simple statement. What has happened here? That Unilever has changed its baseline. Why they have changed it? Because they have adopted the newest or latest guidance available on the emission factor, which is coming from IPCC, and they are restating. How many of you understand restatement? Financial statement में आपने restatement कर दिया, your company stock will tank or it will boom. Ravi, आप बताइएगा. If I do a financial statement का restatement, of last 2 years, what will happen to my stock?
So it'll tank.
Absolutely, it will tank. Right? I have changed it. But because this is a new area, it is allowed to restate, revise. Yeah. So agar aapne mistake bhi make kar diya, so don't get bogged down. Yeah. That is why young people love to do it. And I get a problem, not they do the walking. I get a problem when they come in market and start teaching. Yeah. So that really surprises me that, of course, they have done very hard work to teach, but how much they are teaching and how much you are getting out of it, God knows. Here, even they change their baseline for their net zero, which was planned earlier to certain date. Now it is 2039. And their total revised GHG emission is how much? Anyone can read and tell me? कितना total emission इन लोग कर रहे हैं? Unilever कर रहा है internationally.
121
million tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. That's what they are reporting. Out of that, 65 million tons of GHG emission is coming from indirect consumer use. Yesterday we were discussing about, how many of you remember the case study which I cited? What was that case study? Can somebody revise for me? Unilever का एक केस हमने किया कल yesterday.
वो शैम्पू का किए थे.
क्या था उसका? स्कोप 3 का इमिशन के बारे में डिस्कशन हमने करा, राइट? यूज ऑफ sold product
that you need hot water to rinse it off.
See the amount. More than 53%. Next slide will show you that. More than 53. Of course, this is a purchase good and reserve raw material ingredient as well. But more than 53% coming from their indirect consumer use. That's the beauty of scope 3. Each particular item can take 53% of your carbon dioxide equivalent emission. Yeah. For Unilever products, these emissions typically arise from heating of hot water of use alongside with their shampoo and shower gels. You saw that? What I said, I am just taking from their report. I didn't prepare this case study. It is there in their report. Go and read it and you will find it. Where under GHG protocol, of course, they have taken company scope 3 emission. They have started producing, but see how transparent they are. That is why people adopt GHG protocol, because it provides you flexibility. While science-based target is a rigid environment, where scope 1 and 2 to aapko definitely disclose karna hai. But they are also clear, they are not required to be included companies' scope 3 emission in their reporting. So they are referring to SBTi regulation, saying that it makes us mandatory to report scope 1 and 2, but it also allows me not to report scope 3. But I am calculating scope 3. You should always start calculating early, because you never know when it will become mandatory. And when it will become mandatory, you won't be able to calculate it. Why? Tell me the reason why you can't do it within a year, calculation of a scope 3 emission.
Because
Because it's
you can't control.
Multiple.
Because
multiple.
stakeholders are
massive stakeholders, right? मतलब एक कंपनी के पास minimum 1,000 तो होंगे ही vendors and suppliers.
Vivek ji, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Like, I have one of my customers, they are suppliers of, they are manufacturing for this Hindustan Unilever.
Right.
So when Hindustan Unilever calculates their these emissions, first and foremost, like, will the emissions of that supplier be included in Unilever's emissions or not?
Yes, it will be included in their total emission.
Okay.
And it will be definitely included in the scope 3 emission. If they are suppliers, of course, they are part of supply chain. Supply chain kahan jayega? Scope 3 jayega. Abhi aapko
But here the question comes, Hindustan Unilever does not manufacture most of its products on their own.
वो तो निर्मा का एक्वायर करके बैठे हुए हैं, सर्फ एक्सेल एक्वायर करके बैठे हुए हैं, कुछ नहीं या सब उनके पार्टनर्स करते हैं. Yeah,
so will the reporting not be fake or very understated or underreporting?
No, that is part of industry and that is also a part of mitigation right now. Okay.
Okay.
People are outsourcing their events to reduce it. Best example, when we will go in detail and take massive numbers of his case study like Microsoft, Infosys, आप देखोगे Microsoft का number, they have committed for 2030, they will go carbon negative. Okay, that's the commitment they have made. But still numbers are going up. They have committed this in 2020. In 2030 mein they will go completely carbon negative. Still the numbers are going up. और वो कहां से नंबर आ रहा है माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के लिए? डेटा सेंटर्स. क्या किया इन लोगों ने? डेटा सेंटर को दे हैव पुट इनटू data center is now part of Equinox. A company is there which manages and run data center. Any IT person is here today?
Yeah, myself.
Oh, okay. So तब आपको समझ में आएगा, राइट, कि ये बड़ा गेम है. डेटा सेंटर इज सबसे, इट इज अ मैसिव पावर गजलर. अगर क्रिप्टो वगैरह कर रहे हैं तब तो छोड़ ही दो. करेक्ट ना? That people are outsourcing just to showcase that it is not my scope 1 and 2 emission at this point in time, but it is their emission actually. Okay, so is tarah ke case study, once you will start doing, then it will be very clear to you that it's a normal practice right now, as of now. Yeah, because there is no other option, and GHG protocol allows you to do that. Okay, so people are using it. Of course, purchase good and service remains 53% as well. And then you have raw material ingredients 4%, upstream 3%. All these numbers are shown here in a form of graph. Okay. An interesting part, of course, comes with the purchase goods and service. Packaging material is one of those major area which is in purple. Always remember, packaging good is a major challenge. Okay. See how much is scope 1 and 2. Anybody can locate a scope 1, 2 together as a emission is how much?
2%.
Absolutely. It's only 2%. So what just now Rajiv ji was talking was correct. Nothing is owned by them. So kuch energy consumption nahi dikhate. They always put it to outside party.
So there is one more question, like, another of our customers, what they are doing is like they are into this manufacturing of these packets for milk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you consider for a company or an organization like Amul, Verka, Vita, so they are also reporting GHG emissions.
Yes, they have to report. Yes, anybody
They have to report.
top 1,000 market cap in India has to report.
So
under principle number 6. Yeah.
So I mean, their consumption of or their emissions are basically as a result of boiling of milk. Their boilers.
Scope 1 mein wo aayega.
Scope 1, yes.
Absolutely right.
But the actual or the most of the emission is being done by the manufacturer who's manufacturing, or their supplier who's manufacturing their PPE or that the plastic bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is because that is, look, plastic has a huge, it's a massive challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It also comes into your waste emissions, correct? And it also has its own scope 3 emission. Means for company it is a scope 3 emission because supplier is giving you.
Absolutely.
Correct, na? And waste mein jab aayega, to waste also is your emission part, which you need to in 1 as well as in 3. Dono side. That is why somebody yesterday who was talking about LCA, I don't recall that, but that was a very important topic somebody raised yesterday. That does LCA requires carbon accounting? Yes, absolutely. And it is one of the ways to mitigate the carbon dioxide emission. Okay. Let's quickly do a quiz. Black and white में करते हैं, system से नहीं करते हैं because a lot of people are unable to join.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
जैसे आप Microsoft का कह रहे थे that Equinox मतलब does major of its emissions as data centers. So in that case, if a company is reporting, तो the subsidiary का भी report करेगी ना? Or that's a separate company?
वो boundary, that is the boundary play which I was talking yesterday. That Reliance का याद है story? Tell me you.
Yeah, that is why Reliance का credit rating भी तो खराब है ESG वाला.
That's the point. So either you get, now just imagine a company which is a topmost in India, rated in all credit organization topmost. That's why Google, Facebook, even companies are coming and opening their chest for this company. Yeah, because without taking them in confidence, you can't run any business in India, isn't it? Without them, it's not possible. First. Second, their credit rating is so good that they don't mind giving any amount of money these guys ask. For example, Geo Financial, how many of you know has done a tie-up with BlackRock? जो छोड़ के चला गया था India में से. They left it. They don't want to do business in India. They came back again and did a tie-up with these guys, saying that, okay, I will work with you. Bajaj Alliance में Alliance has left. By the way, Alliance is coming back. So Birla को छोड़ दिया उसने. How coming back again? And he will do business with, now God knows whom, but mostly with Reliance only. So they are coming back. So companies are trusting them because their credit rating is good. And same time, their ESG rating is really bad. See the dilemma they're facing. And they are facing with, of course, they are not reporting, they are limiting their boundaries, which just now Anshika was talking about. Okay.
So that way, is defining boundaries in the hands of the company.
Absolutely, it's in the hand of company. And that's the flexibility GHG protocol provides you. Are you with me?
It just sounds like अपनी मर्जी से कर रहे हैं जो करना चाहते हैं.
Transparency is importance here. Importance क्या है? देखो.
That is molded transparency.
No, it is not molded transparency, right? They are telling you upfront in the first page itself. Look, whoever has done their GRI reporting session with us, they know. First page we will open and check what is the boundary of that company.
Yeah.
RSR में भी दिखता है, GRI पे भी दिखता है. You come to know in the beginning itself that this company is only reporting 6 location or 7 location right now in 2024. They are not reporting to 295 companies. They are only reporting to one company. They own 260 companies 100%, but still they don't report. That is transparency. That's a part of transparency. That's what they are fighting, right? They are, by the way, they are the one of those first company in India which has registered with GRI as a GRI compliant company. आप समझ रहे हो? They do not only notify to GRI agency, but they are compliant. तो आप जाओगे GRI के website पे, you will find first Indian company name, which will be, now it is on the a little bit on the bottom, क्योंकि ABC के हिसाब से. So they are there. And if they are there because of the transparency which they maintain. So ऐसा नहीं है कि they are not taking a non-conscious decision. It's a conscious decision. Okay.
So the other 260 companies which they own 100%. So do they own emissions separately or they don't?
नहीं करते होंगे ना, रिपोर्ट ही नहीं कर रहे हैं तो करेंगे क्यों? नहीं करते. This is my assumption. या प्रोसेस में होंगे. अब तो करना चाहिए क्योंकि उन लोगों ने कंसल्टिंग असाइनमेंट बीच में लाया था. It was a massive consulting assignment and they didn't want to give to Big Four because Big Four is anyway doing their annual compliances.
Okay.
So they came to even company like a smaller company like us and asked us to, bid for it. It was happening on presentation level. So my point is they have already engaged consultant because they are also frustrated with the scenario. ठीक है, सेबी में स्कोर करने से अच्छा इंटरनेट सस्टेनेबिलिटी में आपको स्कोर करना पड़ेगा. So they were looking into, hopefully next year they will report everything. You never know. So we are talking about it maybe in too early. They might be bringing in. Okay, let's answer this question. Everybody can see the screen. You chat box and just let me know or unmute yourself. As simple as that. First,
Yes, sir.
what are the scope 1 emission in first 4 options? Tell me that. A, B, C, D.
B.
B.
Okay. How many of you are saying B?
Me.
A. Somebody is
B
saying
or B and D.
D, I think.
D and D.
कौन बोला A? I want to know. कौन बोला A? No, I'm not going to put you down. I'm just saying that why you have said A. Anybody who is saying A, why he has said A? I want to understand that logic so I can clarify it once for all.
Sir, I think scope 1 emissions are mainly the direct emissions.
Absolutely. और दूसरा point We have very clearly clarified yesterday. Purchase जहां भी दिखे, समझ जाओ scope 2 है. Whenever you see purchase, scope 2. Except in purchase goods and services. Okay, raw material अगर purchase है तो that will not be scope 2, but indirect तो clearly होगा. Scope 1 is always direct, scope 2 and 3 is indirect. Purchase दिखे समझ लो indirect है पहला. दूसरा अगर electricity की बात हो रही है तो purchase electricity is definitely is a part of scope 2 emission. ठीक है, कभी भी confuse नहीं होना है, whoever try to say it. Now question number 2. Let's go to second question.
Sir, by way, sir, can it be B and D?
Why D?
I know it's B for sure, but why not D?
Okay, so why D? Let me ask you other way around.
B would be in scope 3.
हाँ, वेस्ट जनरेटेड है ना ऑपरेशन में, उसके लिए आप 15 कैटेगरी में देखोगे तो वेस्ट जनरेशन का एक अलग ही आइटम है. वेस्ट जनरेटेड वी आर सेइंग, राइट? वो लैंडफिल में जा रहा है, रिसाइकल में आ रहा है, वो 9R जो हम डिस्कस करते हैं उसका हम प्रोसेस है, वो अलग डिस्कशन है. इट इज अ सेपरेट लाइन आइटम. इमिशन फ्रॉम वेस्ट जनरेटेड, इट इज ऑलरेडी आउट ऑफ माई कंपनी प्रीमाइस, राइट? एक बार जनरेट कर दिया, उसको यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं, सो इट्स आउट ऑफ माई कंपनी का प्रीमाइस, सो इट कैन नॉट बी माई ओन प्रोसेस. ओन प्रोसेस में तो जो वेस्ट से बचा हुआ है, जो प्रोसेस में मटेरियल है, उसी की बात होगी. क्लियर? So that is why not D. Question number 2. Quick. Which of the following is not considered a scope 1? Not is a T here. Okay.
C.
Very good. Absolutely good. Why not leased vehicle? I'm just, pinching you guys. Why
scope 3?
Correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, question number 3. Go ahead, quick.
D.
Scope 2 emissions are primarily associated with?
Sir, B answer. Indirect emissions from purchase electricity.
B.
Very good, Rahul. Okay, question number 4. Which of the following is scope 2 emission?
Sir, C. Emission
B.
from purchase electricity.
B also. Emission from purchase steam.
Very good. So here, how many answers could be possible? 2.
B and
C.
B and C, absolutely. D में किसी को डाउट है? A में किसी को डाउट है? नहीं है ना वो. कंपनी ओन्ड अगर है तो दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ स्कोप 1. कोई भी चीज कंपनी ओन्ड है, इट विल बी scope 1. So only B and C is the correct answer. Are you guys getting it? There are 2 answers here. And why it is 2? First of all, purchased है तो indirect emission हो गया. So scope 2 and scope 3 में possibility है. Second, electricity तो definitely scope 2 है. There is no doubt about it क्योंकि first question में हमने answer करा. Even B is that correct answer. Why? Because steam is also part of scope 2 emission because you use steam to run your certain part of factory. Question number 5. Pick. Why it is important to differentiate?
All above. All of the above. All above. Of all the.
Absolutely. यहाँ पे all 3 answer correct है. Question number 6. Which of the following? Okay, let me ask the question. Anyway, I know you have read it. Good. Which of the following is a strategy to reduce scope 1 emission? Purchase renewable energy, certificates, improving energy efficiency in operation, encouraging public transportation use, and switching to electric vehicles.
B.
Second.
A and D.
I know a lot of people are answering in chat box. Unfortunately, I didn't see that. Thank you. Neha is answering. Sen Gupta, Dr. Meher is answering there. Of course, correct answers. Most of you. Gaurav. Absolutely. Yeah. Tell me, which is that answer?
A and B.
B.
If it's
Purchase.
Also in a way B if it is not purchased.
Which of the following is a strategy? Yesterday, when we solved the case number 1, we talked about little bit of strategy, and I said that
then it's A.
Strategy to reduce a scope 1 emission. So strategy, good. That is a good strategy. That is what? That you are purchasing a renewable energy certificate, right? That is one of the strategy. But is it very good strategy compared to improving energy efficiency in operation?
No, it's already reducing it. That's better.
No. क्यों नहीं? Let me ask you why not?
I mean, if you're just purchasing any certificate, that means you're still creating that much more.
नहीं सिंपल आंसर रखो ना. स्कोप 2 इमिशन है वो. स्कोप 1 का तो इमिशन का हो ही नहीं सकता ना. एनर्जी कहाँ पे आती है? एनर्जी इज पार्ट ऑफ दिस.
If it's purchased, then it's scope 2.
स्कोप 2 तो स्कोप 1 की बात हो रही है ना. स्ट्रेटजी स्कोप 1 के बारे में पूछना है. दैट्स व्हाई आंसर बी इज रॉन्ग. आर यू विथ मी? थर्ड वन, encouraging public transport use. Again, public transport use compared to employee commute. That's what you are replacing, right? You are saying don't bring your car, you come with a public transport.
That's
Correct?
That's scope 3.
Scope 3. So that is again not part of scope 1. And the last one, switching to electric vehicle. Again, we are talking about something which is not clear.
Sir, is there purchasing renewable energy certificate is the power purchase agreement you are saying, or like IREX or something you are saying about?
No. REC I am talking about. REC, where renewable energy certificates are...
If I take the certificate, it will be the neutral, not will be the net zero, right?
Of course, not net zero. He's not targeting net zero here. He's saying that a strategy to reduce ESG emission, one. This is one of those strategies, not net zero strategy. I have not said net zero strategy, isn't it?
So the answer is
good point.
Whoever...
Sorry?
So the answer to the
then
question
answer will be yes, sir. Purchasing.
Absolutely. Answer should be.
Why not D again?
Okay. So you tell me why not D?
No, I mean, if it is, if the transport is from scope 1, as in to get from stuff, if that's electric vehicle, it will still reduce, right?
Anybody else? Give a try. Why not D?
If we switch the vehicle into electric vehicle, it will reduce the emission, but it will not like totally reduce our emission. So we can choose one more options. We can turn our electric vehicle into electric vehicle, but the charging part we will take from the renewable energies.
Very good. Very good. If you are able to do that, Neha, the condition will be, do you have such kind of infrastructure? Ab Delhi mein ho to mil jayegi. Delhi mein you have that infrastructure available, where charging stations are publicly available. You can go and charge it. Come down to any other state, you might find that difficult, right? So switching to electric vehicle is a good strategy for your own vehicle. But have I specified how much of own vehicle, how much of somebody else vehicle is there?
Okay.
तो आपको priority में रखना होगा. यहाँ पे priority based answer है. That's why A is most correct answer. D is correct answer. But if you have your own vehicle emission, clear? Okay, let's take 4 more questions just to make sure that the idea is completely gripped by you. Which of the following is a strategy to reduce a scope 2 emission? Which of the following is a strategy to reduce a scope 2 emission? Installing on-site renewable energy sources, reducing business travel, purchase of carbon offset, same like REC document purchase.
But also C.
Energy efficient.
C.
Very good. Who said that?
Salome.
Even I did.
Scope 2 emission की बात हो रही है पहली बात, right? तो absolutely यहाँ पे energy की बात होगी या steam की बात होगी? That you are sure of, right? Energy किस में लिखा हुआ है? 2 जगह है, A में है और D में है. अब अगर ऑन साइट रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सोर्स कर दिया तो डेफिनेटली मेरा स्कोप 2 इमिशन डाउन हो जाएगा. होगा कि नहीं होगा? होगा ना? I have shifted from scope 2 to scope 1. So that could be a good idea. But also, when I'm saying scope 2 के लिए strategy मुझे लगानी है, scope 2 को scope 1 में convert नहीं करना है. I do not want to convert into scope 1. I want to apply a strategy so that I reduce scope 2 emissions. Reduction की बात हो रही है, shifting की बात नहीं हो रही है, right? Word play है यहाँ पे. Whoever is giving wrong answer, don't feel bad. Why? Because word play है. This is just word play. Are you with me? Are you reading that reduce? I am asking. I'm not asking completely removing it. Yeah. Are you with me? And that's why D is the correct answer. Switching to energy efficient lighting will reduce the scope 2 emission. कम बिजली यूज करेंगे, ऑटोमेटिकली इमिशन फैक्टर विल बी मल्टीप्लाइड टू ए स्मॉलर एक्टिविटी डेटा. इंस्टेड ऑफ 17,000 कल था ना, 17,000 के बदले हमने केवल 7,000 यूज किया बिकॉज आई पुट एनर्जी एफिशिएंट लाइटिंग अक्रॉस माय फैक्ट्री. That is why this question was critical and I wanted you guys to answer. Let's take question number 8. Any doubt anybody has?
So the answer is C.
B.
D.
देखो कार्बन ऑफसेट आप किसी चीज के लिए भी कर सकते हो ना, डीजी सेट के लिए भी कर सकते हो, वो तो सब जगह अप्लाई हो जाएगा ना.
Yeah, but this is only purchasing for to just it doesn't reduce it.
रिड्यूस नहीं कर रहा हूं ना, मैं उसको रिप्लेस कर रहा हूँ, ऑफसेट कर रहा हूँ, राइट.
Yeah.
मतलब इमिशन होगा मेरा, आई एम जस्ट ऑफसेटिंग दैट इमिशन. नेहा, ऑफसेटिंग आप समझते हो ना, ऑफसेटिंग में रिडक्शन नहीं होता है. What I'm asking as a strategy to you, company will ask you tomorrow. Trust me, if you become a carbon accountant, पहला क्वेश्चन ही आता है, reduce, remove, offset. These are the three things. Unavoidable, unabatable carbon dioxide can be offset. सबको याद है ये फंडामेंटल तो एटलीस्ट everybody remembers. What you offset, what you can't abate. When I'm talking about reduction, your company is asking you, tell me, Neha, tell me what I should do to reduce scope 2 emission. कौन सा आप करोगे, सजेस्ट करोगे, आप बोलो अब. रिडक्शन के लिए you will say reduce the energy uses. As simple as that. That is why D is the
Energy efficiency will be the good answer.
best answer out of all four. All answers are nearby correct. It is a trick question and it is a language based question, so be careful. Language was reduce, keyword was reduce, and answer was energy efficient writing will reduce that emission. Question number 8, everyone. Which of the following is
C.
Very good, very good. इसमें कोई डिस्कशन ही नहीं है, राइट. नॉट है, जस्ट दैट वाज द ट्रिक. Okay, question number 9. What is the primary source of data for calculating scope 2 emission? Primary
B.
source क्या होता है?
Electricity bills.
Electricity bill.
Absolutely. Question number 10. Which of the following is benefit of reducing scope 1 and 2 emissions? What is the benefit you will get if you reduce scope 1 and 2?
Sir, improve brand reputation.
B and C.
Sara.
Cost saving.
All of them.
All of them. Why? Compliance भी कर पाओगे, cost saving तो होगा. Energy अगर efficient बना रहे हो तो cost saving हो रही है.
Yeah, but if it's brand reputation, it should be overall, right? If it's only scope 1 and 2, will it matter? Because scope 3 is the most. वो ज़्यादा है तो?
नहीं, scope 3 again that is a debate which everybody has, right? Scope 3 वाला तो debate है ना कि चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए. तो you are telling them that I am disclosing because I feel like disclosing. Okay, so today we will start with fugitive case study. Okay, everybody, either you be ready with the Excel sheet and do it simultaneously, taking the data which we will be talking, and or just help me to fill the blanks. Yeah, be active, that will help you. Now, this case study is specifically related to fugitive emission, which is a part of which emission? The scope. Scope 1. Now, these are unintended release of gases or pollutants from your refrigerant or fire extinguisher. Data is same year. Yeah. The whole data I have taken is for that year only, January 2022 to December 2022. 1 year data, complete 1 year data is there. This is for fugitive emission. Coming from where? They are coming from two sources, refrigerants in air conditioner and fire extinguishers. Clear? Now, our goal will be to identify those, quantify those, give it to the company stakeholder and suggest them how to reduce it. That's as a carbon accountant you do as a duty. Are you with me? तो पहला क्या करेंगे?
Could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
Sorry?
I couldn't hear you. Could you repeat that, please?
No, what is your duty, I asked.
Okay.
What is your duty as a carbon accountant? आप ही बताइए कैलाश. What's your duty?
It's just to calculate.
Measure,
Yeah.
track, and report along with suggestions how to reduce it. Clear? ये भी आपकी responsibility है. Now, इसमें product क्या क्या है fugitive में? तो R12. These are different kind of fugitive gases which is coming from different sources. Okay, which is R22, R32, R134. Anybody who comes from this industry? Last time we had Bhaskar ji. If you unfortunately today also he is not there. But he would have suggested that exactly what it means, right? He will tell you the combination of it. that उसमें क्या क्या गैस है, HFCl कितना है, CFC कितना है. He will tell you that bifurcation. But as a carbon accountant, you need not to know. If you know the even composition, like this one, R22, you can go to DEFRA and find out the emission factor. Now, emission factor, I will give you in data set. Can you see the data set? Is it visible or shall I increase?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. This is the data set. Can you see now?
Yeah.
It's not clear.
3.
You are watching it from mobile. Whoever said not clear, 100% you are watching from mobile.
Yeah, from mobile.
It can be clear. It's a full 150 scale I have done. Okay, so let me put decimals.
So the fugitive is only for the leakage, right? Not the production of the powder and everything.
No. It's again, it's a scope 1 emission for supporting the operation. Production में है तो different calculation होगा. अभी आप देखो सबका 3 emission factor आ रहा है. Very simple है ना? क्या mind करना है? What you need to mind is kgs/kgs. Kgs per kg is the emission factor. Remember this data set. 3 है irrespective of which area I am calculating, and it is coming in a unit of kg per kg. So the output also will be similar. Remember that. It is important to note. Now let's go and see which one you have. And tell me the emission factor, how much I should calculate and put it here.
3.
3. सब में 3 डालना होगा, right?
Yes.
इसमें तो 0 है तो मैं क्यों डालूंगा? यहाँ पे 3 डालूंगा, यहाँ पे 3 डालूंगा, यहाँ पे 0 आएगा, right?
Perfect.
And now important is kg per kg of activity data. ये important है. Why it is important? So your output will be in either tons. Yesterday somebody was giving me that number. I think whoever has given, Rahul, your number might be correct if you are telling me tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. You said, right? 0.0323.
Yes, sir.
That would be correct if it is in tons of carbon dioxide. Okay, clear?
Yes.
But we were calculating in kgs. That's why that number doesn't make sense. Let's take now multiplication of these two numbers. And you have it here. What's the total number? 772 kgs. 772.3 kgs is the number. सिंपल है, कोई रॉकेट साइंस है, कैलकुलेशन में तो कोई आपको किसी को दिक्कत नहीं होनी चाहिए. आइडेंटिफिकेशन में some people are lacking. We have practiced enough. At least these pointers you will never miss. Clear? Analysis आपने करनी होती है. That is another step as a carbon accountant you need to do. We do this in detail where our team member in past even has done recommendation to Hyderabad government, Delhi government on waste management, etc. There will be a case study which will be given to you, and live you have to suggest what are the strategy you will do, right? You can select a company based on your requirement. This will happen in 8 days bootcamp. But analysis is one of the critical part where you need to find out where from this particular activity data is coming and why. Once you find out that, then only you can make a recommendation, which has happened here, and see recommendation has been provided like leakage prevention करना चाहिए. So implement. It is always said कि हर एक 3 महीना में maintenance कराओ fire extinguisher का, अपने AC का service हर एक महीना में कराओ. Why it has been said? It has been said because it also helps you to prevent that leakage. Are you with me? So it is not only my AC cooling effect will go down, इसके लिए करना है, but also it also helps you in preventive maintenance. So वो करना चाहिए. That is one of the recommendation as a carbon accountant you will make. Second recommendation you will make is disposal management, that you will ensure that there is a proper disposal because you know the combination of gases it carries, right? So आप हमेशा try करोगे कि it is outside. Your central chilling unit is outside or on your rooftop. It doesn't disturb your manpower. Otherwise, it will become a big issue on the S side of your ESG. Social में आपको दिक्कत आएगी. And last one is alternative refrigerants. So find out those refrigerants which has a lower GWP. And that's why yesterday, I think Kailash, you were talking, right? That which DG set? What is the capacity of DG? Yeah. That will also get related to GWP. वो इतना simple है नहीं. आप calculate करना बहुत मुश्किल है. Reverse calculation is very difficult. You can't measure. Why? Because each manufacturer has a different specification of their power. Plus, the gases which will come out is also different. It's not necessary that only fossil fuel will emit only carbon dioxide. It may, emit SOx. Somebody will have higher SOx. Somebody will have lower SOx. Yeah, particulate matter somebody is producing because of the efficiency of that machine. Are you with me? आपने सुना है same machinery make SOx. Yes, all your cars had different Basel system, right? Bharat 1, 2, 3, 4 होता है. क्या होता है वो? Have you heard that? मशीन ही है ना, same horse power देती है. आप मारुति का ले लो, भारत 2 भी प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है मारुति, भारत 4 भी प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है. What is that labeling? That labeling says that this particular machine will produce lesser SOx, NOx and pollutants. Correct? Anybody who understand this? I don't know.
I got it.
Yeah, good.
Not heard of it before.
I think this is in terms, for example, the Delhi government sometimes bans certain cars saying BS4, BS3.
BS4 नहीं होगा तो रोड पे नहीं आने देंगे. Why? Because it produces lot of particulate matter which increases AQI in that area. Are you with me? That is why. Or yeah, old machine हो गया तो it will produce more. So back calculation, which Kailash was debating, is very difficult to do. Always front calculation you do. So you need to go and check the machinery your own self. That is why people say a spend-based method is not that good as actual activity-based data-based method.
So that back calculation you mentioned, I was experiencing some problem with network. What were you saying
That
exactly?
is why I'm saying it requires machinery specification. कौन सा machinery है? क्या उसका specification है? What is the output you are getting? How much efficiency it is giving you? अब 1 liter की मेरे पास है से महिंद्रा XUV 1 liter में 10 किलोमीटर जाएगा. And if you have Maruti का Brezza 1 liter में 25 किलोमीटर जाएगा. अब वो मशीन आप गेस कर सकते हो by the emission of that machine? You can't. You can still approximate, but you can't say what is the horsepower of that company. And it will be a fool to do that. You will get stuck. They will always say you are wrong. So don't try to go there. Ideally, there are 3 methods: spend-based, activity-based, hybrid, and also direct observation. In such cases where you have no idea, do the direct observation. Put a AQI machinery, there are suppliers who will put it for a month, calculate the data on daily basis, give you that data, use that data. Yeah, if it is a critical operation.
Also, you mentioned that safe disposal of that fire extinguisher. So what is exactly safe disposal? How will that happen?
That I miss right now I can't discuss because we have to do a lot of stuff. Let's do the practice and then we will go to strategy. Okay, strategy karenge. Strategy we will do,
no, I can.
but it will take time. Okay, let's come back to another calculation, which is mobile combustion. How many of you understand mobile combustion? Mobile combustion कहाँ से आ सकता है? Guess. Everyone. Try. Guess.
Vehicles.
Correct. Owned vehicles.
Owned vehicles, yeah.
कौन है? तो हमेशा बोलिए owned vehicles. Lease vehicle तो lease भी होगा ना?
Yeah.
कौन सा होगा वो? Scope 3 emission हो जाएगा.
That's Scope 3, yes.
Absolutely. So यहाँ पे owned vehicle की बात हो रही, तो owned vehicle हो गया. Anybody else who can tell us what all machinery you use as a mobile, which is mobile, and then it is called mobile combustion, which emits mobile emission. एक vehicle हो गया.
I think gensets also.
Gensets as well, correct. If it is a mobile one, if you have a generator set which is mobile, so you use it here. किसका Greenco का आता है, right? Greenco provides you those kind of DG sets which you can take it on road. So road अगर कोई build कर रहा है and they need a lighting, they use those. Have you seen that? Wherever road construction happen, वहां पे light लाने के लिए Greenco कंपनी का आप देखोगे साइड में एक DG set होता है. वो केस में आप ले सकते हो. नहीं तो DG set is always stationary in your company. If it is supplying to your operation, it will be always stationary. That's why in a stationary combustion, You see diesel set, DG set here. Are you with me? Whoever has given that answer, remember DG set can be both sides, but ideally it is on company stationary combustion, ideally. But if you are in road, you must be in infrastructure. That's why you said that, I believe. Okay.
So on top is written company owned and leased vehicles. Is that a mistake?
And lease vehicles, if I am using it my operation.
Okay, the incoming.
अंडर मेरे कंट्रोल में है. मैंने 10 साल का लीज पे लिया है. आप लीज ही लेते हो ना. आजकल क्या होता है, आप क्या करते हो बताओ. व्हीकल थोड़ी खरीदते हो.
Exactly.
So वो केस में लीज व्हीकल्स. So again, that is what the problem is with recorded video. Can you ask this question in the recorded video?
No.
Gone. This
No,
concept is gone, right?
I already know the advantage of learning from you.
Lease vehicle is scope 3. I'm just.
No, I know. I can't.
Yeah, lease vehicle is scope 3, and you are asking a question, right? And your question is valid. And the answer is so simple that nobody nowadays buys a vehicle. They put upfront 500 rupees and take 10 lakh ka machinery in their home. Yeah, over a long period of time. In that case, that is the lease vehicle. But they are using it as owned. They control it. They have a control. That's why, look, never go with the definition, exact definition. Understand the spirit of that. Okay. Chaliye, let's fill this table as well. अब यहाँ पे two-wheeler, there is no two-wheeler for the company. Clear? तो emission factor हम 0 ही लेंगे क्योंकि मतलब ही नहीं बनता है. यूनिट हमारा कोई मतलब नहीं बनता है. Carbon dioxide footprint also will be 0. Now let's go to four-wheeler. Four-wheeler में they are consuming 20,813 liters. Data set is in front of you. Tell me what will be the emission factor which I should be taking there.
2.69.
Okay, whatever you say, 2.6. Chaliye, next one, forklift is another
2.68.
2.68.
Very good, Kailash and Ravi. Everybody can speak. Means look, I have not stopped anybody to speak. Everybody can speak.
Four-wheeler is 2.65, not 69, I suppose.
Chaliye, somebody has corrected me.
2.65. 65. No, okay.
So 69 है.
69.
Four-wheeler 4.69. So ये जो है देखो अब अलग अलग क्यों है. पहले कोई कंफ्यूज हो रहा है तो let me tell you why there are different. This is also four-wheeler number 5 and number 6, right? But they have counted different numbers first of all. Understand that. So there are four-wheeler which are 3 number maybe of BMW make. Okay? और या most ब्रेजा ले लो, सबसे efficient कार ले लो, या I don't know which is the most efficient car right now. कौन सी है सबसे अच्छी efficient कार आप लोगों के हिसाब से?
Swift
ले लो. चलो done. Swift. So वो है 3.1. 3 नंबर है four-wheeler 3.1 which is Swift. उससे ऊपर वाला आप जो अभी मुझे बता रहे हो 4 नंबर है four-wheeler. इसके ऊपर कौन सा होता है? महिंद्रा ले लेते हैं, XUV, right? So that is महिंद्रा XUV. 4 नंबर है. और एक और है four-wheeler जो 5 नंबर है बट गजलर है. That is BMW. वो सारे अपने KMPs ने लेके रखा है इंक्लूडिंग रवि तो BMW में ही चलेगा. So BMW.
इसमें यूनिट kg लिखा है.
Sorry.
इसका यूनिट kg लिखा है. It should be liter, right?
Yes, it should be liter.
My question is, how is this coming like 2.75, 2.31? Who is supplying this?
DEFRA or EPA.
Okay. So they will have, emission factor for cars as well, different cars?
Correct. Not only cars, based on their capacity. They will have that in their books. Okay. And this is freely available. If you want, we can provide you. Anyway, at the end, we will tell you an opportunity to do that. Okay. Now, these are the different. So that is why in the stationery also we had the similar challenge, right? DG said diesel use हो रहा है. Now diesel तो same ही होना चाहिए ना. Based on which machinery diesel being used, you will have a different emission factor. Can you see that here?
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yes.
वहां पे भी डीजल है लेकिन वहां पे 2.65 इस जगह है 2.68 है. Day 1 में क्लियर किया है. अब यहाँ पे फिर से क्लियर कर रहे हैं कि ये जो फोर व्हीलर है एक पेट्रोल, हाँ देखो केजी में क्यों है, आप देखा आप लोग, व्हाई इट इज इन केजी?
सीएनजी में सुना जो।
हाँ, सीएनजी की जो कार यूज कर रहे हैं उनको मालूम है। ठीक है, अब आप मेरे को बताइए क्या डालूं मैं, 3 नंबर में क्या डालूं? एनीबॉडी?
3 पे 2.68 था ना, 4 पिकअप ट्रक्स इज 2.69 अगेन।
2.31.
अच्छा ये 4 व्हील, ओके।
2.31. Who said through? Gaurav, must be Gaurav. Gaurav, you said that, right?
Adarsh.
No, I was talking about the number 3.
Okay, Adarsh, sorry. Okay, 2.75. इतना तो याद है सबको। अब आ जाइए लास्ट के दो, पिकअप फोर्कलिफ्ट, राइट? डेटा सेट में है क्या ये लोग?
हाँ, 2.68, 2.69.
2.69.
And 2.69. So let's go to mobile combustion. 2.68 and 2.69. Clear? इसके बाद वाला प्रोसेस तो सबसे इजी है, यू हैव टू राइट द उसका यूनिट, which is this. And carbon footprint is just multiplication of emission factor and quantity which has been used in that activity. Perfect. This is how much? 146,000. मतलब 146 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent is coming from mobile combustion. You see that? Let's go to last one. अब ये waste. People were asking, right? Waste तो हमने अभी कुछ देर पहले ही बोला स्कोप 3 में आता है, तो ये कौन सा वेस्ट जनरेशन है?
राइट, लाइक इन द रॉ मटेरियल में जो भी वेस्ट जाता है वगैरह, उस वो वाला है,
ट्रीटमेंट में जा रहा है,
ट्रीटमेंट,
ये ट्रीटमेंट हो रहा है ऑन साइट. That waste which might be using it again will have is coming from ETP and STP. You see that? तो हम उसको यूज कर रहे हैं.
What is ETP, STP?
STP होता है
Effluent treatment plant.
Effluent treatment plant and sewage treatment plant.
जो भी environmental scientist होगा अभी बोल रहा होगा.
I could not hear the noise.
Sewage treatment plant में ये सारे measures हैं, biochemical oxygen demand, BOD. You must have heard all this, right? Water का जो हम निकालते हैं कि कितना clean है, वो BOD और chemical oxygen demand के थ्रू निकालते हैं. If it is coming through the west से निकाल रहे हैं, effluent से निकाल रहे हैं, इस पे डिसाइड होता है कि कितना वाटर हमारा क्लीन है या ऑर्गेनिक है. नाउ हियर वी हैव दैट लिस्ट, मैसिव लिस्ट, राइट? क्वांटिटी बहुत स्मॉल है. कैन यू सी दैट? क्वांटिटी इज वेरी स्मॉल. अब आप जल्दी जल्दी बोलिएगा, सो डो नॉट वेस्ट टाइम. ईटीपी में बीओडी, सीओडी, सीओडी, इनपुट एंड आउटपुट दोनों नंबर चाहिए अपने को. ठीक है? डेटा सेट इज हियर. क्विक, दो ही है एमिशन फैक्टर, याद करना इजी होगा. आपने मेरे को बताना है जब मैं सीट पे जाऊंगा. एवरीबॉडी हैव सीन दैट? ओके, लेट्स गो हियर. टेल मी व्हाट नंबर आई शुड पुट हियर ईटीपी के लिए?
1.
या बीओडी इनपुट
0.75. एसटीपी के लिए 1 and then again 0.75. फॉलो.
परफेक्ट. ये सारे 75 हो गए, फिर 1 हुआ एंड 0.75, and I have to just track.
Man days.
हाँ, नाइस. मैन डेज का क्या नंबर था, किसी ने देखा वहां पे?
नहीं,
तो मैन डेज नहीं है कुछ भी, इसको हटा देते हैं. अभी मैन डेज से कुछ नहीं वेस्ट निकल रहा है.
Sir, could you please explain one more time why we have taken waste generation in scope 1?
Okay. Waste generation we have not taken in scope 1. What we have taken is waste treatment process through which we are generating waste or we are emitting gas. Waste treatment कर रहे हैं हम लोग. हमारा कंपनी जो है वो STP से जो आउटपुट आ रहा है वो प्रोसेस कर रहा है. मतलब जो भी मेरा एफ्लुएंट है वो STP में प्रोसेस होके वापस हमको उसका डेटा मिल रहा है. That one I have to include. How many of you understand STP? First of all, what is STP? Sewage treatment plant. क्या होता है?
Treatment plant.
क्या होता है मतलब
डोमेस्टिक
लगाया
वाटर ट्रीट होता है उसमें।
सॉरी
डोमेस्टिक वेस्ट वाटर ट्रीट होता है।
ट्रीट होता
डोमेस्टिक
है
वेस्ट वाटर ट्रीट होता है।
एब्सोल्युटली ट्रीट होता है। तो यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं एलसीए में, एलसीए का जो बात कर रहे थे, जो लोग एलसीए का बात कर रहे हैं उनको क्लैरिफाई करने के लिए, जो मटेरियल मैं वापस अंदर ले लेता हूं वेस्ट में से, रिसाइकल रीयूज के थ्रू या रीथिंकिंग के थ्रू वापस ले रहा हूं, उस वेस्ट को आप वेस्ट नहीं कहते हो ना, तो उसको तो आप ऑपरेशन का पार्ट मान रहे हो बिकॉज इट्स कमिंग बैक, बट देयर इज इमिशन हैपेंड इन दैट प्रोसेस वेयर इट बिकेम वेस्ट एंड यू आर रिवर्सिंग इट। सेम गोज हियर इन एसटीपी, व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, you it is a requirement of your operation, कंपनी बंद हो जाएगी आपकी अगर केमिकल फैक्ट्री है। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव वॉच्ड वीडियो ऑफ विजेंदर वर्मा ऑफ दिल्ली, न्यू इलेक्टेड एमएलए, whose video went viral because on one of the sites, one company which has a license was putting their waste product into the Jamuna river. Have you seen this? Any one of you have seen this viral video? Very interesting video. Anybody who's interested in sustainability, watch that. कि किसी को भी कोई भी सर्टिफिकेट मिल सकता है, पॉसिबल है, और वो पोल्यूट करता है रिवर। ओके, उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट ये है कि ही कैनॉट पुट इट विदाउट क्लीनिंग, but those guys bought barrels of their chemical and putting it there, showing to a MLA that look, I have a certificate, you cannot ask me, you cannot stop me. He was fighting. Of course it was a nasty fight, MLA should not be doing it, but he did that and it became viral. Point here is, because it is a waste treatment happening, it is a part of my operation, it is not part of my waste which has gone out. Clear हुआ नेहा आपको? And that is why this waste का emission I am calculating. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल है, डोंट वरी, दीज ऑल आर, वंस यू विल स्टार्ट वर्किंग इन सच काइंड ऑफ फैक्ट्री यू विल नो दैट इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील। अगेन कैलकुलेशन विल रिमेन सेम। ठीक है, और बट टोटल इमिशन इज वेरी स्मॉल, ऑफ कोर्स इट इज हायर देन फ्यूजिटिव, बट 1160, 1 टन यहां से आ रहा है। Clear? So this is your all scope 1 emissions which we have calculated today.
So what is KLPD ऊपर?
KLPD is kiloliter per day.
Per day.
बेसिस पे कितना किलोलीटर वाटर ये लोग प्रोसेस कर रहे हैं, that's the measurement of किलोलीटर में 1000 liters.
No, I got that. But day, I did not know.
This you will see always on the back of, have you seen tankers, chemical carrying tankers? They will write in 22,000 on an average होता है एक टैंकर का KLP में. Okay, so that is how scope 1 emission calculates.
So can you explain STP also again?
STP is a sewage treatment plant. It is required in India. अगर environmental certificate आपको चाहिए तो STP लगाना पड़ता है, या effluent treatment plant भी उसको बोलते हैं, that's ETP. उसमें करते क्या है कि जो भी आपका आउटपुट आ रहा है स्लज, आप केमिकल में काम कर रहे हो, राइट, देयर विल बी सम स्लज कमिंग आउट ऑफ योर फैक्ट्री, दैट स्लज नीड टू बी क्लीन बिफोर गोज फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ एक्सट्रैक्शन। रिवर में डाल रहे हो, नाला में डाल रहे हो, और टैंकर्स में डाल के बाहर कहीं भेज रहे हो, जो भी आपका प्रोसेस है, वो एसटीपी प्लांट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर ऑपरेशन, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ स्कोप 1 emission. That's what Neha was asking. Clear? Okay.
It's also in all the housing societies nowadays mandatory.
Very good. Well said. Well said. अब सारे हाउसिंग सोसाइटी लार्ज अगर कम्युनिटी बेस्ड है तो वहां पे लोग एसटीपी लगाते हैं. It's not that costly nowadays. You're right. Okay. So with that we have come to end to calculations. Let me now go back to a little last part of the presentation, that how you can make career in this. What are the opportunity which is available? Of course, few of you are already aware about it by learning ESG reporting, etc. But whoever has not been aware, let me take you to the last part now. So how many of you have liked it? Is this process okay to learn? Or presentation is the best way to learn? What do you think? One by one. Let me have feedbacks now. Meanwhile, I start the presentation.
Well, the practical approach is definitely the best. Won't say better.
Okay. Thank you, Kailas. What about others?
सर इट्स लर्निंग बाय डूइंग, तो ज्यादा समझ में इन डेप्थ में समझ में आता है हमको. दैट इज वेरी गुड.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
The recording is self, promotion, nothing more than that.
Right. No, practice is important, and without practice means if I could have shown you all the details, and you would have liked it as well. Anyway, theory is required. Look, 20% theory is always required. Without that, your concept will not build up. So that is required, but eventually you cannot practice it. Theory or practice mein zameen asman ka antar hai, right? When you get exposed to certain data and you do it yourself, confidence level is different altogether. And I hope in market, after we started doing it, everybody should follow this, right? They should not stick with recorded video. They should come to live sessions like us and deliver it if they really want to make an impact in sustainability field. That's why we have taken this step. It's a little, competitive space. Okay, let me share the screen. Is my screen is visible? Let's go to the last part now.
Not. No, sir.
And what's the challenge? Okay. So what are the career growth opportunity? Now, what I see is one of those sweeping changes which already has happened. And this is equivalent to your AI/ML. AI/ML is not a new concept. How many of you know that? Since Turing has decided that there is a intelligence in machine in 1960, Alan Turing, you know that, right? It has been there. AI is there. Nobody counted it as at that scale. They always thought it is for the use cases of computer scientists instead of general people. Suddenly in 2023, the moment generative AI came in play, people saw that real impact or use case of artificial intelligence and machine learning. And that's the game changer for that industry. Similarly, in sustainability, carbon accounting and reporting is similar stuff. People have still not seen the real advent of it. Real kind of job are still not available. People are ready to work for $5,000 to $10,000 to do a carbon accounting, thinking that I have learned for 2,000 from recorded video. 5,000 mil rahe hain, bahut acha kaam hai, kar lo. Right? That's how it is working out. But the reality is the people will start seeing such kind of nuances, which today you were able to find it out. Means half of the stuff you guys only told me, right? Lease asset kya hota hai? नेहा ने पूछा कि ये वेस्ट क्यों, right? These kind of nuances you need to learn, and this I cannot teach you. This is you are learning, and this happens with the discussion, debate, and practice. The moment that will happen, you will see the same stuff will give you a salary, which in market right now people are ready to give for 4 lakh a month. Yeah, that's the difference. Now the reason is behind this advent of sustainability and ESG is climate change. We saw in the beginning of the slide itself. But there is 3 points which you always remember. If you don't adopt ESG into your company operation, your lifestyle, first of all, you will be out of market slowly. If you don't have this skill, slowly you will be out of market. Like in generative AI. Anybody who says that I don't want to learn generative AI, it doesn't mean that he is required to learn. Definitely he is not required to learn. But it means that a person who is equally capable, and if he knows generative AI, he will be able to produce better result. That's the only difference there. Similarly, your company can be very good and operative, but will be facing compliance issues like Satyam Computer. Governance ka issue hai na uska. So ESG mein one governance was lapsed, and company which was one of the most highlighted company after Infosys Wipro went to down of drain, never came back, even though British Telecom has acquired it, right? British क्या बन गया था वो company का नाम क्या हो गया था? Later on, Satyam had changed its name to British something, right? Satyam Computer, after acquisition by...
No, it was taken over by this Mahindra.
Mahindra, yeah. Mahindra British Telecom was the company which acquired them, correct? Yeah. And then after acquisition also, Satyam never came back to the same glory which they had before. Yeah. So that is another challenge. Second is compliance issuance. If you are not doing it prudently, you are not learning these kind of skills, you will be facing compliance issue more than your competitor. And third is the climate impact. You will be one of those guys, either environmental ministry will come and penalize you, or you will be always having a penalty coming from carbon tax, right? So that's the problem. And now everybody is picking up. Most of the company has adopted it in India. More than 1,000 companies are already started reporting mandatory, and value chain company has started preparing this data and started providing it to their large market cap based companies. If you are a vendor or supplier to them under scope 3, right? You are a part, your scope 1 is their scope 3. So if they want to calculate scope 3, you have to produce that data and provide it to them. A lot of companies are already started doing it. Second, this skill right now has most demanded in the industry. Okay. Certified talent gap is 10 times. This is one of those LinkedIn survey which has been done, which establishes this fact that CVs which says that I am a carbon accountant, I am a ESG reporter, yeah, is 10 times lesser than how many jobs are there on LinkedIn. Yeah. And this is not a small sample size. It's on the millions of jobs they have done, millions of candidate profile they have done. Third reason is it gives you a salary which is a premium to any other education system right now you have. Okay. So if you are an engineer, you are an environmental scientist, you are a chartered accountant, you are a CS, but if you have that ESG skill, you will be able to do consulting assignment in BRSR. You will be asked to calculate carbon accounting for those companies which are going to follow BRSR, GRI, CBAM. If they are stuck in CBAM, ऐसा नहीं कि CBAM ही आपको पढ़ना है. Carbon accounting तो पहले पढ़ लो आप. First, you learn the carbon accounting, then only you can understand the implication of that in the CBAM calculation. It's just 2 steps ahead. Carbon credit, you want to generate or want to buy carbon credit, you have to understand your baseline first, where you are today. How much of unabatable carbon dioxide you are emitting today and what you will be doing in future. That's the another skill, which is data and analytical skill, which you will learn with carbon accounting. And that job will be paying you in excess of 14 lakhs per annum to 17 lakhs per annum. Last but not least, not only the freshers who are doing carbon accounting, but even it is required for there is a department which is getting created, right? In that department, everybody has its own role, but the senior people are also required as chief impact officer, chief sustainability officer. Different names are there. But if you are aware, in 1980s, there was no chief technology officer. Only few company had at that point in time. Now you tell me today in Bangalore, Pune, Delhi, Gurugram, any company which is at least doing in IT some work doesn't have a chief technology officer. Similar like that, now we are having chief impact officer, a sustainability officer. So senior people also have a massive opportunity here by learning such kind of skill. And fresher, there is a massive demand. There is no discussion there. And there are several press releases, 300% growth, 600% growth, which means that if you do this skill, you will have a better opportunity than your peer. Yeah. Where these jobs are coming from? They are coming from regulators, consultancy, BFSI industry, as well as industry itself. Reliance, Unilever, Adani, every company requires, because they have created a department where they need carbon accountants, ESG reporting people, sustainability finance people. Regulators like Viveck, ISS, Sustainalytics, CDP, they require such kind of people. And how to learn that is what we are going to discuss. So till now, we are covering the session. Now, if you want to upgrade yourself, you want to upskill yourself, we are going to discuss that. Opportunity which are available at your domain, so that you can learn a scope 3, you can learn little detail on a strategy, how to develop mitigation strategy, what to set through net zero, how to learn carbon credits, how to prepare those carbon credits. Of course, I'm not saying you will become an expert in carbon credit, but the basics of carbon credit and complete understanding and calculation of scope 1, 2, and 3, you can upskill with programs which we provide through paid programs. So if you are interested, you can continue with me for another 15 minutes where we will be discussing about that. Otherwise, we have completed one of our 2 days mission of delivering you 2 days workshop practice-based on carbon accounting. So this is your time, you may leave. What all you have learned so far, these amazing learning you have got in last 2 hours. Understanding of climate change and corporate action, we have completed that on day 1. Day 2, we have also completed mastering the art of carbon accounting, looked into a scope 1, 2, 3 in detail, what all parameters you need to calculate, and we did the practice on the same. So it's just not a theoretical learning, but a practice. You did it. You found out the nuances which is required you to learn here. And finally, what are the different opportunities which you can follow in in your career to upgrade yourself with a new skill? Now, do you realize how important and easy it is to build your career in carbon accountancy and ESG reporting? It's not a rocket science as such. Yes, nuances will require some time. And that's why we have created a course, paid course of 8-day bootcamp where daily we will meet and try to make sure that you learn this as a skill. And that's what right now, whatever you have learned, you have spent 50 rupees, I believe, 59 rupees, and the least of the time possible. If that is the case, put yes in the chat box if you feel that it's not a rocket science and anybody can learn as long as he can spend some time. Yeah. And money is not a big issue here. Are you confident that you can accelerate your career by knowing an additional skill like this? Send yes in the chat box just for your manifestation purposes. That yes, I can do it. It's not a big rocket science of carbon accounting. It's not even accounting. Accounting requires debit, credit understanding. Means, a kid which goes in 11th standard takes a commerce as a course and then learns for 8 years. Chartered accountancy mein hi 8 saal lag jate hai usko. And then he comes out as an accountant. Here, in last 4 hours we have spent together, you are at least confident that you are even pinpointing me. Sir, iska nuance batao aap. Kyun ye different hai? That kind of learning you can do. If you can do that, put yes in chat box just to confirm yourself that you are confident that such kind of a skill is not out of your purview. It's just an additional skill which you need to focus on and learn it. Would you agree if you could successfully utilize ESG skill in your company, wherever you are working as a consultant, as your own company operation, in next 3 to 6 months, your company along with your career would significantly be transformed?
And Vivek, there's one more thing, what is happening now is if you have to raise capital, any company, even a startup, if they have to raise large capital, the funders, they are directly linking raising of capital to sustainable practices.
Absolutely. That's a mandatory requirement. That's why sustainable finance is another subject altogether people are pursuing right now. Yeah, Ms. Sanchika is there. I think Ravi, you are also pursuing, correct? Who are pursuing only that they want to work with such kind of company which are bringing the money. Because maximum salary to you will get there only, no? When money is coming and you are taking part of it. Yeah, efficiency is very high in the banking companies, isn't it? So you are right. Without that, even money will not come. If you are not doing your accounting correct, who will give you money? And at least non-financial accounting is the carbon accounting, isn't it? Do you agree to that? And that is why your career can be transformed along with your company. But there are 4 main problems, which I have said even in the GRI session. That main problem comes from 4 sides. First is the wisdom. Are you learning from right sources? Or you are just gathering some information and building it up, and maybe it will become so heavy for you that you will die under that, pressure, saying that this is not for me. It happened with a lot of people and they came to our session and got benefited. Boss, at least it doesn't take me in 20 different directions. He talks about carbon accounting, then he completes the carbon accounting in depth and complete it in 8 days. After that, I am able to practice it, not just learned a skill and got a certificate. And I will showcase to you with the experience which we have received as a feedback. Or go to Google even. That's why we request anybody who is not joining our program, at least write honest opinion on Google that how did you like our program? My person will put Google ka review ka link there. Just put it there. At least somebody will get benefited. You do not need to join my program. I'm not forcing anyone. We need 10 people. We work with 10 to 20 people max. You check with any of our batches, you will never find more than 10 people joining our paid programs. Why? Because we want to create an ecosystem where we can thrive. Why we want that? Because we are a consulting organization and we need team of people whom I can be confident and work with. Not everybody need to even join that infrastructure or, as a part-time basis or full-time basis. As long as they are doing good in their segment, they will come back and discuss that in the community which we have developed. And everybody develops in that way. Tell me, when we were in college, what is the difference between an IIT and a third tier city college? What is the difference? The difference is the community, isn't it? So that is why we need a community which is working closely together for growth of everyone. And that's how we can make a difference. And that's why we need a team which is small and can work throughout next 5 years or 6 years and develop themselves as well as the community. And that is why wisdom is critical. Second is accountability. A lot of systems are available, recorded videos are available, and I totally agree with him. Everybody has a place in the market to deliver something. Not everybody should come to my program, and I do not want that. Otherwise, it will be crowded. Everybody will suffer. I don't need that. But accountability is a critical. We have a program where we are sitting every day, 8 days. Previous session members knows that, Anjika, etc. That when we committed to 8 days, we are committed to 8 days. We meet every day on that time, sit together, learn something new, practice it and go home. That accountability is another problem in market right now. Consistency is the last one, the second last one, which people are missing. And you will never learn a new skill without being consistent about it. वो बोलते हैं ना 21 दिन practice करो and you will be expert in that area, or 10,000 hours of thought process you bring and you will become experts in that area. That comes through the consistency. And last but not least is customized guidance, which we provide, right? Because it's a small group, we provide a customized done for you guidance where I will work with you. I will give you template. I will give you tools which you can directly use, right? And deliver to your client, be it consulting client, be it your own company. Several people from Barclays, HSBC have joined our program just to get those tools. That boss, I am getting lost with doing my own Excel sheet or going to ESGPro, GHG all these are big names, but when you go to use them, have you seen how many parameters I have shown you? That was one page of one of the softwares. If you see that data which they are asking you, you will be always lost. So they take our tool, at least they can survive in the market, and then slowly they will learn GHG and start using it for LCA purpose. And that too, with a supportive community where you can make lakhs of rupees working part-time as a consultant accelerator and get the accelerated career growth. Bringing carbon accounting adds a real value to your CV. A lot of people wants carbon accounting, and that's why there are so many people are learning and executing it. One of the good example I always give is Dr. N. Sriram. Currently, he sits with me in a rating agency. Both of us are a member of rating agency, which is ESGRisk.ai. In India, it's a ESG rating company. It's based out of US. Equity is the real company name, which is a US-based company. And they are the first one in India to start ESG on BRSR-based companies. Of course, CRISIL is there, ICRA is there, but these are the top 4 companies which are currently doing the rating. I and him both sits there together. He's a PhD holder. He's a CMA. You can understand, from Australia, along with a PCQI. So he's a quality guy as well. Currently, he's a governance board of director in Supply Chain Health Consortium, USA. And his interest in sustainability, because his PhD, by the way, is in sustainability, still he joined our program and got benefited so much so that he has done 2 consulting assignments with us. Jaipur Wala he is doing, and he is also part of ESGRisk.ai rating agency. Yeah. So in-depth learning is important rather than just picking and borrowing somebody's mind for a certain time and execute it. Yeah. So after ESGPro certification, it is helping in his own supply chain network. He is able to establish those parameters for healthcare industry. Anil Kumar Sharma is another good example, who is an ex-XLRI. So you can understand, one of the brightest mind. Work with NTPC, right? NTPC is one of those companies which has started reporting in 2013, 12 years ago. Okay, he worked with that company. Still, he joined our program and shifted his career. He went to, of course, he worked before that AFCONS, and now he has gone to EQCap. NTPC is a semi-government, just to give you a highlight, okay? It's a kind of government job. He left that and went to an investment banking firm, which is working in ESG side after taking our program, and he was also part of our sustainable finance program. B. Sridhar, very good example. Yesterday, somebody joined us from NGO, from Jammu, right, Kailash?
Yeah.
She was from Jammu. Now, he is that, I was talking yesterday to her, right? V. Sridhar is one of those examples who used to work in NGO, and his NGO was unable to gather enough funds. In India, it's another challenge nowadays. It's a very big challenge. CSR funds are available, but you will only get if you have a good relationship. Your proposal doesn't matter. Somehow this has come to in practice with large company. Yeah, he gave some example which I can't discuss. I can't imagine that kind of company also have under table, over table consultant to do the mediation, etc., etc. So he was facing that challenge. He joined our program, and I don't know how he got benefited, but now he's using all our skills in his operation. He is not only doing, means of course his NGO got a fund from international fund now, so he doesn't need local people to give him CSR. And he's running that NGO very well. He was very skeptical as well before joining our program that how it will help. Yeah, because his NGO was not working, he was a real estate consultant part-time. He said that this is another skill I'm going to get where I will use. That kind of skepticism he had. And he used our program where he's shown them that I can set net zero wherever I will invest. My CSR schemes will be qualified to any international. He showcased that, and eventually he got the funding from international organization. Jayashree Mali, she works, again, she is also part of now ESG rating agency as an analyst. She works there. She is, by the way, investment banker. Yeah, she used to work with CS Venture Mumbai, and she joined our program, got convinced with it, started preparing for even GARP, SCR, and CFA. CFAs right now she is doing CFA-ESG. She took that program as well, and she shifted herself into ESG investing area. So there is another good, fresh graduate coming out of MBA college, had 1 year of experience in earlier stage startup, took our program and became an investment analyst. ESG specifically. Santosh Mistry is very good example. Independent board of director member he is. And he is also working in a company which is into renewable energy and fossil fuel energy side. So his company does both side. Yeah, produces electricity from coal as well as from renewable power. He was head of operation in that company. I don't know whether it was luck or his hard work, both together. He worked with us on sustainability side. He is there, one of the first members. 1 year he is with us now. And he got an opportunity to become head of sustainability in that company. You can understand the reputation based out of Maharashtra. Okay. And he is right now sustainability head. So that's how, if you learn a new skill, your life can change. And that direction, I cannot decide, you cannot decide. It is decided by somebody else. Now you have 3 choices, by the way. Do nothing, live without what ifs. Yeah, you attended one program, 2 days, you learned something new with a practice. I hope you have really got benefited. And move on in your life, no problem. Learn another AI ML skill you learn, quality skills you learn if you have not learned yet. Or do it yourself, everything. Okay, go and learn carbon accounting through different sources, recorded videos. There are several of those available at cheap cost as well. You can take that and get benefited. Or do it with me. Okay, and that option I will give you with following program curriculum, which is very straightforward, benefited more than now 75 people who have taken this course and started working as a carbon accountant or using as a carbon accountancy full time. What all we are teaching you here? We starts with climate basics, which we have showcased to you in beginning, right? The greenhouse concept. We go detail in that, learn that what is this climate change, how it is happening, how it is impacting. Even though you know, you will definitely get to know something new. Climate change and greenhouse gases, we will define it for you. What are the sources, how it comes, what is the process? Yeah, natural, what is the process? We will go and discuss in detail. We will look into the global emission as well, different factors, trivia, which is essential for you to practice. And then we will go into understanding that what is Paris Agreement, what are this Kyoto Protocol Agreement, how it impacts carbon accounting, and how you determine nationally determined contribution, NDCs. And why we need to learn that, we will be discussing there in module 1. Module 2, we will start straight away with practice what we did today and yesterday. GHG inventory management. But here we will take one step back and we will learn the whole process. That if somebody gives you a task, boss, I don't have carbon inventory in my company, emission inventory in my GHG inventory in my company. Can you do it for me as a consultant? You can start with 5-step ESGPro method, and whole method will be explained to you. That step by step, what you need to do to accurately calculate carbon accounting. We will, before doing that, of course, we will also learn the framework. GHG protocol is our focus. ISO 14064, we discussed for an hour, but that's not our focus. We will tell you what exactly is required. We will compare it with the GHG protocol, and then we will go inside the GHG protocol. It's a massive document. Okay, corporate hai, usme scope 1 hai, 2 hai, 3 document we will learning together, where case study will be done on the document itself, which is provided by GHG Protocol Institution. Okay? We do that, and then we learn the process, how to set up a GHG inventory, what steps need to be taken. And then we go in detail, which we started doing today, scope 1, scope 2, identification, calculation, and reporting. That will happen in module 2. You are understanding. Module 3 is kept for scope 3. A lot of you have complained in past that massive amount of understanding is required in scope 3. So we have kept it a complete separate module. We go to each of these in different use cases of 15 different type of scope 3 emission. सारे को वहां पे जाते हैं, एक का what are the different method. Each of them has minimum 2 methods to calculate and maximum 3 methods to calculate. We will learn all those 3 methods, calculate real time with the real time data, which we are doing in a company. We will bring that data. Of course, we will blind that data, give it to you, and you produce a report. Here, you will not only be identifying the scope 3 emissions, but also realizing that what are the trivia, facts, figures like Infosys, Wipro will take at least 5 case study to see what are the problem in scope 3 people are facing and how to address it. Module 4, we go in detail talking about mitigation strategy. Okay. And whoever attended the program, they know we say one day, one module, but give example, Ravi, in GRI, one module, how many days we have taken?
It's 4 to 5 days.
If it is required, we can go 4 to 5 days till the time you are expert in that area. But 8 days, we definitely commit, because everybody doesn't have so much time, right? To every evening.
Normally it crosses 8 days. So at least
Absolutely.
we study for 2 weeks at least.
So that is how it works. So we know, we respect your time, but you want to learn, you are active, you want to do a case study like Kailas is very active all the time. I love such kind of people. Why? Because they are putting 200%. So why can't I put another 50% on my effort? And that is why mitigation strategy becomes very essential to not only learn the accounting, but how to use these accounts to save and create a strategy for your company and create a brand value. There we will look into different strategies, industry-wide, at least 6 industry we cover. And we see that what kind of a strategy generally people adopt. And of course, we don't only do the theory here, you have to do a presentation. We will learn, practice, and you will do that presentation. You will take a company of your own choice and do it a complete out-of-box presentation to that company, which sometime I have seen companies are coming and referring those documents because we have put on our YouTube. Go and watch on YouTube. Yeah, there are several videos which are available. And we did that as a voluntary arrangement. Whatever written in their book, people have come, and this is not experts. This is people like you, Rajiv. This is people like you, Neha, who has done their own homework and brought certain idea which is not written in their net zero arrangement. And that's the beauty of learning in community. Okay. And hands-on mitigation development, you will do and produce it. Yeah, it will be your proprietary, not mine. You will be doing that presentation. Anchika did last time very good presentation on one company. Which was that company, Anchika? On GRI reporting you did, right? Is she there? Okay.
By the way, thank you for the recognition, sir.
Okay. So climate action and disclosure, where we learn about the carbon credit. और कार्बन क्रेडिट कोएटो प्रोटोकॉल REC नहीं, जो करंट चल रहा है, which is Article 6.2, Article 6.4. What are the implications? Voluntary carbon arrangement, compulsory carbon arrangement. There are gold standard, VCS. All this at lists in summary you will be knowing. Okay, that anybody talks about how you generate RECs, you know that process. That I will equip you. Of course, you cannot become expert in this area. This area is another C. Okay, it took 7 years to just debate, and 10 years after first time it was mentioned. Kyoto Protocol, where first time carbon credit was mentioned in 1995. 20 years actually. And then there will be last module where you will be testing yourself. And you will be convinced that I have learned something new, and then I will let you go. Where there will be 1 hour proctor-based examination. There will be practical case study on all the things together where you have to div, and you have to do that presentation to get the certification from us, because this is advanced certification which we are offering in GHG protocol-based carbon accounting program. Okay. Generally, it will take, if you will do it your own self, 6 to 12 month minimum. Recorded video भी लोगे ना, 6 महीने से पहले आप इतना कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो सकते हो. आपको मन ही नहीं करेगा वापस जाके कैलकुलेट करने का. Right? What we are giving in 8 days. A systemic program, there will be a small homework. You have to give me only 3 hours, 2 hours in the class, 1 hour apart from it, every day for next 8 days. If you can commit, then only join our program. If you can't, join it later. We run it every 3 months. After 3 months, you will get a chance again. With us, of course, there are several others. You can join them as well. Nobody's stopping you. And that too, with learning the best ESG practices and tools, will provide you enough tool to you to practice, including GHG templates. GHG protocol के templates भी उसमें हम provide करते हैं. यहाँ तो आपको मैं example दिया हो, right? I will give you exact how to prepare a GHG based accounting. Those template will be provided. Having one-to-one personal ESG coach. If there is only 10 people, just imagine I am working with you as a lone. And this is what has happened. We create a different groups, and in different group you practice. Kailas has not attended. Anshika and I believe, Ravi has attended, who is himself is a KMP. Yeah. You have seen that, right? How we have done the GRI ka calculation.
Yes,
In a separate group you sit.
2 teams.
2 teams, and every team is preparing their own, same topic, their own opinion.
I did that also, sir. I did the GRI.
GRI, you did, right? Kailas, you did.
I was with Atanuji.
Atanuji was your team member, absolutely. One of the leading guy in the area. Yeah. So that is how it works. Building yourself in a ESG community, which is high growth intellectual means. You can understand Raviji is KMP in Bosch, right? So you are sitting with such kind of people in this community. Yeah, Bosch. Everybody knows Bosch, right? Because I'm not exaggerating Ravi's profile. You are a chartered CS, right? You are a company secretary, isn't it?
No, sir. I'm a CMA.
CMA, sorry. You are a CMA. Okay. So everybody who doesn't know Bosch, just search Bosch. So such kind of people are sitting in our group and they are discussing with you. So definitely you will get something additional.
I was actually at the factory of Bosch in Germany. And
you were in Germany, right, Kailash?
Yeah, and they explained us their sustainability methods and measures. That was back in 2014. And that is actually what inspired me to get into sustainability and ESG.
And you are sitting with that same guy whose company is doing since 2013 and sitting within the same community.
Yeah. So they actually have a own water treatment plant within the premises itself underground. So they're back then. So it was Bosch and Daimler, the Mercedes. So I'd seen both their companies, and I heard about their measures, and that inspired me a lot to get into ESG and sustainability.
This is what the advantage of being in Europe. Europe is, by the way, is the most advanced in sustainability today. Yes. America is gone at least 20 years back now. So they will require additional 5-year minimum. America is very agile, but still they need 5 years after Mr. Trump comes to realization or he leaves the seat. Yeah, at least 10 to 15 years is America behind. And that to a guaranteed path, proven to get result. 53 people have got upgraded themselves, either working in this area or supporting in this area. Ravi Anchika has joined as interns, right? She joined not intern, as an analyst in a ESG.
Yeah.
You are aware about it.
Yeah, I saw in LinkedIn.
So this is the difference we make. What we commit, we take 5 rupees from you, but you get 500 from us, right? If you are capable and you want to work. Okay, if you really think it can make changes to your life, put a yes in chat box. So I will showcase to you exactly what are the programs and how you can join this program if you want to. There is no coercive action here. We only need 10 people, and that too, first 5 people will get a rate which we are offering today. The rest of them will get a little higher rate. Put a yes in chat box if you are interested in looking into the program, yeah, which can really make a tectonic shift in your career progression. Sometimes you have to just wish. You never know what will happen tomorrow. Nobody knows. But putting a wish may help you. You never know, right? And that too with the ESG powerhouse of ESG Institute. Our team members comes from Harvard. They have designed the courses. NTPC, they have designed the courses. I am just a Nimit Mat who is delivering it because I have a passion toward it. This is not my regular job. My regular job is to bring international funds and deploy in India or help financial company to grow faster. But ESG is a major part of it, and that's why I love. ESGPro 8 is advanced certification program, carbon accounting program. We are providing it to all these companies and alumni we have, which we take a pride in. IIT Madras के बच्चे हमारे साथ पढ़ रहे हैं. First of all, they are capable to grasp this understanding. Second of all, they are interested and they are joining. MIT, KPMG के people हमारे साथ हैं, Barclays के हैं, CBRE, TCS, Suzlon, या REC क्या बात कर रहे हैं, वो लोग Article 6.2 पे काम कर रहे हैं. Those kind of people are joining our program and learning with us. So there is something which difference we are giving. I am looking for limited people who really want to get upgraded and upgraded fast. Okay, do not want crowd because that doesn't help anyone eventually. Success stories are many. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can find it out. From head of human resource to owner of a company are working with us. Now, a person which you are seeing in the down, Sundar S. आप जाके search करो Sundar S BRSR. He took out one of those courses in beginning, and now he is more influential than me as well. उसके पास 10,000 का view है उसके एक वीडियो पे. 10,000 view he has. Just search Sundar S, right? And go and check in our channel. He has given a good feedback to us and respect it. People are like this, never forget. He's a chartered accountant himself and he's running a BRSR consultancy firm. We love it. If my people do better, we love it. Dr. Sriram, of course, I have already introduced to you. Samuel Datta, he has taken only a certification program with us, right? And he has given a good remark. So people who has taken our program got benefited. That's why. Why they are getting benefit? Because 80% of our delivery is hands-on application. You have seen in last 2 days, right? Tell me if you have not tested everything, whatever I have taught you in the theory. 20% theory, which is essential, will definitely I will deliver. Aapko acha lage, boring lage, I don't care. That 20% will be there. Without that, you will be like a shallow guy. So you need that understanding of theory, but 80% practice on that theory, which will build your career with us, not by recorded video, but taking right actions, having transformation, which is guaranteed result. And that is why we need a limited people so that we can speed fast your work. Now, if you join today, we will give you 15-minute time. If you join in that 15 minutes, and we do it with every program, this is how we do. Okay, we do not want every day somebody new coming in and we are enrolling them and teaching them. We don't have time. 8 high-value bonuses will be provided to you if you join today. Yeah. First of all, there will be very heavily discounted pricing, which will be offered from the market, and 8 high-value bonuses will be accompanied. That will make a no-brainer for you to join our program. First of all, we will give you 20 tools and templates, which will enable you from WCSD climate transition tool to footprinting calculator will be provided to you. Carbon footprinting ka calculator chahiye, LCA ke liye chahiye, I will give you. And these are all curated stuff. It's not mine. Trust me. This is different people who have developed. Of course, there are some tools which we have developed. We will share with you. This is developed by WECD directly. I am giving you that. Okay. Footprint calculator scope 3 का university ने develop किया है, we will give you that. This is not just to enable you to produce, but check. This is how triangulation work, that you can check your work as well. Yeah, 4,000 worth of, this is an enormous amount. Yeah, but we are giving it here as a piece of cake. Second, all protocols, GHG protocol and ISO 14064 guidebook. If you are not practitioner, you can't get it. We will give you that. It is available free of cost, but we will give you in a single place where you can refer. Scope 3, Scope 1, सारा document आपको एक जगह मिलेगा, which you can refer whenever you want. Yeah. Greenwashing spotting template. Right now, this is a major challenge. Will be provided to you. Yes, I am making you just a second. Yeah, you can post the links here. Okay, greenwashing and spotting template will be provided to you along with this. A program is an Excel-based, simple formula-based stuff. People have already received, few of you who has taken our previous programs. 25 questions and answer for ESG professional. If you want to transition your career, we give you 1 hour of audience with you. We look into your profile. We help you with taking a transition path which is most acceptable by companies, because we are also recruiting. We know what is missing in the market and where your resume lacks. So 1 hour of audience and this question answer cheat sheet will be provided to you, which you can use to prepare your interviews. 1 year access to the community where Ravi, Sijaram, all these people are sitting, talking something which is creative, talking on different, development in the industry, etc. So that is priceless, but again, 5,000 we are putting. If you don't have any background in ESG, we will give you 2 days program, recorded video. If you have not taken this one, we will also give you this one. So you will have a recorded video to understand fundamentals of ESG. It is provided free of cost along with current program if you are taking today. 3 ebooks. Most of you who has taken our previous program has it. Who doesn't have it, they will get these 3 books as well. 1-to-1 call, again, priceless, but we have put a 5,000 for 1 hour. You can sit with me or my team member, mostly with me, and look into how you can develop your career in ESG investing, ESG, carbon accounting, etc. You can book a call with me and we will sit together, look into your career progression and help you there as a 1-to-1 coach. Yeah, priceless, but again, it helps. Now, today, if you join this program, advanced certification program in carbon accounting, the fees, if you total all this along with the fees which we generally charge, will be 75,990. But that is not the price I'm quoting today. Okay. On website, if you go and buy, a lot of international people who wants recorded videos, they buy at $75 or $749. Today, we are not offering that. We are not even offering $50,000 or $499. Why? Because you have joined, you have already invested with me for 2 days. You have understood half of a step. Only first 5 people, you have to scan and pay, and my team member will start posting in chat box a link where you can pay money. First 5 people will get the rate which I'm showing. Otherwise, the price will increase after 5 people. So send a screenshot either to Sandeep or in the group, wherever you want. Sandeep is in the group as a head if you have a group, or you can send it even in the chat box directly to me. Okay. What price? Of course, it is an 8 days program now. At a price we are offering is 11,990 or $105 for international people. Only for first 5. If you do not pay, if you are not in first 5, then the price will increase. Okay. Price will go to 12,990. So this is your chance to either scan and pay through PhonePe or PhonePe or Paytm, whichever way you want, or my team member is already started posting the link in chat box, which you can use to pay, right? Razorpay also you can use. So Sandeep, why don't you put even PhonePe ka link? Yeah, put it that. This is your time to pay that. It will be open for 15 minutes. You can also check our Google reviews, our other reviews. Let me run few reviews which we have received in past. So at least you know what kind of benefit people are getting through our program. Okay. Just give me 1 second and let me share the screen, that one. Anybody who wants to pay, they can use the chat box link. Okay. Sandeep, please give him PhonePe ka link. Please give him PhonePe ka link. He wants to pay. Yeah. As well, Razorpay. And anybody has any difficulty in payment, just let Sandeep know. He will help you there. Okay, let me run feedbacks. Okay, so one person has already purchased. Please send us a screenshot. Otherwise, we will not know who are you. Please send us screenshot. PK Pata Joshi. Okay. No, you have to send a screenshot because I am seeing some payment has come. You have also posted on our website some stuff, but I don't know what exactly it is. So you have to send me the link. You have to send the screenshot, otherwise we can't confirm. We have received one payment. I don't know whose payment is this. And here is that video where people have taken our program and got benefited. Have a look at it meanwhile as you do the payment. This link is only open for 15 minutes, first 5 seats. After that, we will close it. Let me share the screen. Is it visible? So let's go ahead and
yeah, this is Shafi here. Shafi, I will start with this thing because maybe I have joined a little bit late for this because of my other exams and all. But I enjoyed this and whatever discussion is happening here because some of thing we think that it is very easy. This thing. When I'm hearing your lectures and discussion and all, what in depth we have to concentrate on each concept this one. Not that just orally as exam purpose you have to read and you have to come out and score this thing. But concept you have to understand what you are doing, how you will come out with solutions, whatever case studies we have done and all.
Rajesh,
thank you for
okay,
Viveck
Rajesh,
and
I
all
have
the other
received your
team members.
confirmation. Thank you.
Always be there in discussion with the arguments.
Rajesh, I have received your payment. So your seat is confirmed. Thank you very much for joining in. Rajesh B.E. I don't know what's the full of Rajesh B.
And positive arguments.
We have received
whether
your
why not this one? Why can't we go with this thing? What are the methods we have to use and all? Thank you. We have learned a lot. And I think I'll continue with this thing, whatever sessions in future also. And recording also, I have already got this your recording. I had to go through this
Sandeep,
all
can you check
recording.
Razor Pay is failing? He's saying Razor Pay he's unable to pay. Can you check that, please?
I have to master in this thing. Whatever maybe some of the thing bouncer for me at present moment. Maybe I have to go in depth and I have to this thing I have to
learn it.
And thank you once again. Thank you.
Your background, Mohammed Safi, so people who will listen to it tomorrow know that who you are as well.
Yeah.
Your background, if you can introduce
Mine
yourself.
is a IT background. I'm last 30 plus years in the IT field. I'm working for this organization. And this is actually it is a new concept for me because maybe I am concentrating this whenever we are and all we concentrate on what is the ESG concept and all, but not going in depth that how to calculate and what to do and all. Now it is easy for me to this whenever I'm doing any projects and all.
Sandeep, Ankit Agarwal has also paid. Check his screenshot. He says that he has sent to you directly. Ankit Agarwal. Okay, second seat is Ankit Agarwal. Thank you, Ankit.
Link. I can able to highlight on this thing concepts also. What advantages you get, how to do and all.
By the way, IT industry is in forefront right now on carbon, accounting and sustainability. Most of the companies have started reporting long back. The smaller ones are now picking up. So you are in right place as well. Thank you very much for your feedback and joining in. Let me go to Mr. Ranganathan now, who topped our class as well.
Thanks, Sumanji. It was really a pleasure attending this. My purpose was very simple. I'm also like Shafi, IT professional, and I have personally involved in data center build in my career in some parts of time. I believe IT industry, though it is helping other industries to manage and measure and manage their sustainability journey, there is a threat of and IT. It could be may not follow the path. In fact, just now on the other thing, I'm reading a Washington Post report. US is planning to commission 240 more gas-based plants just to meet the AI demand, right? In reality, we don't know. There could be efficiencies. One side, technology is bringing in efficiency. But my point is simple. IT cannot be lagging behind, and they should take the lead role. And so I'm a green IT enthusiast. So I write quite a few blogs, and yeah, so that's my reason why I got enthused into ESG and
has paid it as well.
Also
can you check in your WhatsApp?
Yes,
he said that he has already sent to you.
Immediately joined.
Sachin
I
Mane.
thoroughly enjoyed the program. Your
Okay, sir, I will.
topics were covered very well, and it was also in sufficient depth.
Okay, so anybody who has a problem of somebody wants to pay a part of it, they can pay $2,000 on the same link and join it. And on the day when we are starting the program, which is on second week, 15th of April, they can pay the full amount. If somebody wants to do that, we are allowing that now. Yeah, your price will not increase from 11,990. It will remain same if you just pay 2,000. 3 people have requested that, Sandeep. Just note it down.
In group link for booking are sent, so.
Just send for $2,000. Yeah, raise your pay, just send for $2,000. Anybody who wants to join now and do not want to pay the full amount, they can join it by paying $2,000. Rest of the money they have to pay by 15th of April. When we start the program, it will be 7 to 9 p.m. every day from 15th onwards for 8 days. Yeah, that's the schedule. Somebody was asking that schedule. Okay, done. So that is the maximum I can do from my side.
Only one.
If you want, you can join in.
My suggestion of improvement is,
and once you pay, please unmute yourself. Let's listen in.
In the form of
what are your expectations from the program?
Even you can price it or include it in the part of the cost. Sometimes the revision is important. But of course, many of the material what you have used are also available on the internet.
Razor pay.
They are available, but
give them this as well.
You have made it available in
please give them
form. So now
UPI as
not,
well. So they can pay through UPI.
Though it's called advanced thing, the topic is so large, we can pick up selective areas and keep going deeper and deeper.
No, you can leave. No problem.
I'm particularly interested
Absolutely.
in carbon.
Thank you very much.
When it comes to
once you have paid and you have given the screenshot to Sandeep,
carbon emission.
Not
a problem.
Yeah, and specifically on the aviation.
Thank you very much.
That's another interest.
So we have Parvati
who doesn't like to fly, but
who has paid advance now.
I'm an IT professional. I also like to go into.
And I have received the screenshot. So just note down her name as well.
So all I can say is
Parvati
IT is growing in terms of power demand.
Okay. We have our 5 people. Thank you very much. Who wants to pay, they can pay rest of it. Now the price will be 12,999. 1,000 से increase हुआ है. You can pay 2,000 now.
True. I agree with you. So which one
enjoyed your course.
Culprit? You decide with.
Thoroughly enjoyed your course.
No, my pleasure. And the good, you have given a good suggestion. I'm seeing a lot of people are asking, so we might next time it will introduce your suggestion into our course. We'll see how to be done. Not a problem, for sure. Thank you very much for your feedback. I appreciate it, and you enjoyed. That's what our real learning is. Thank you. Let me go to now Mr. KP, Colonel KP.
These are recorded modules. No, they are not recorded modules. They are live sessions, Rahul. We provide only live session starting from 15th. You will have a recorded session of that day, which you can watch next day. If you have missed it, you are not free. That will be allowed, but we do not provide recorded session. It is a live classes, Rahul. Okay. Recorded session, if you want, you can go to anybody else. Please. You're always welcome.
He's a veteran himself. So, Colonel, what's your opinion about this program? Better than the last one, right? That's how we do. You are on mute, so you can unmute and then we can talk.
I'm still serving.
Okay. Oh, it's still serving. Okay. Sorry then. My mistake.
Okay. Now, I want to introduce myself. I'm Colonel Vijay from the Army. I have about 30 years service in the Army. This course, before this course, I have with the ESGPro, I did the GRI and BSR reporting course also. So I really got hooked on the course. So when Viveck offered this course for the next GHG accounting, so I got it enrolled in this course, GHG Advanced Accounting. Firstly, Viveck has been very systematically taking this course, from ground zero, I would say, from the basics of the climate change, the weather, and the protocols, the climate protocols, which has developed over about 15 years or so. And then he continued with the scope emissions, that is scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3, dwelling in each domain in depth, explaining the nuisance very well, and how to, and along with it, he has shared case studies along with these scopes. So once you are studying the scope, you are studying the case study also. So it makes your concepts very clear and understanding. And second issue is that once we did it about 5 or 6 case studies, which was very helpful to understand all these 3 scopes, scope 1, 2, and 3. The second issue is the mitigation strategy, which we dwelt upon, which and the letter process made you think, has made you really go into that directions and dwell deeper into that direction, which is a very, very, I would say, very positive outcome of this course. And finally, he has also spoken about the various regulatory mechanisms in the GHG accounting, like IPCC, corrections like DEFRA and all, which knowledge is really a must, that if we have a very transparent and correct accounting of GHG in any organization, which we decide to do it. So overall, this has been a very learning good course for me, and I have enjoyed it. Especially the last case study which he gave it to us, and we were asked to give a presentation on it, which I really enjoyed it. I had to really work for it, because firstly, it took time to understand it, and it took time to organize your thought process, and then start the work on it, which is a good thing. And then once you get deeper into it, you understand, yes, this is also a difficult part. This is also a difficult part. You really need to understand all those difficult things. So that is also, I also enjoyed it. And then the final presentation, of course, which he said, presentation is also important. I definitely agree with it. Any organization, it could be anything. You have to present yourself very smartly, which is important to sell yourself and to make the other person understand